There we go. Yeah. It says we are live.
All right.
Hello, live people or undead people.
Hopefully they'll be joining us soon. You know, it hasn't. So far, nobody's joined us because we just got on. But we'll give them a few minutes. Ooh, what is that? Weird noise.
It's my dog. That's Boba complaining about his lot in life.
Oh no, life is rough, huh?
Oh, tell him how life is terrible, Boba.
Aww.
This is what he's actually growling at. With Liam, they do not like each other very much.
They don't. That's not good. They live together.
Yes, it's very familial.
Yeah. Yeah, my new cat Sammy. Hey Eric. How you doing, man? Somebody just joined us.
Hey Eric.
Yeah, my
Hello,
new cat.
Eric.
I've been taking my cat Sammy on walks on a leash. And I've determined that has been a mistake because now he wants out constantly, and he lets me know constantly by just meowing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to continue taking him out because it just makes him want to go out more. And
Well,
he cannot be an outside cat. Yeah. He cannot be an outside cat because he has no front claws, so he won't be able to defend himself. And there are strange cats running around. Ooh, someone's gonna. Hi, Rita. Where are you from, Eric? Where are you coming from to invade Texas? Anyway, yeah, he can't defend himself. There's stray cats and there's possums and raccoons and stuff around the house, and I don't want him to deal with them.
Yeah.
You know. But so we got 3 minutes before we actually really need to get started. Dr. Irritation, freelance steampunk supervillain. Ooh.
I mean, I think there's a cream for that. Hey Mick.
Hey Mick.
Hey Mick, how you doing?
It's funny.
Albany. Wow.
Wow, you're a long way. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, if it was a normal year, you can come down for Steampunk November, but unfortunately, that's been canceled. So.
Like everything else.
Yeah. So yeah, 2020 has been canceled. 2020 should be canceled. Can we just skip ahead? Can we skip ahead?
No, I still have to vote.
All this? No.
We got to get through it. We're almost done. We're September now.
Almost. Yep. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get started officially. Hello, Texas Steampunk Connection again. I am Flavio as usual, and with me are my friends Jack and Thax. So say hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we are coming to you from our various bunkers and airships, and I'm actually coming from a new undisclosed location. Apparently, the Steam police were looking for Jack and wanted to question me, so I decided to just run and hide.
The Enigma men aren't that bad. They will feed you coffee and donuts in the cell, and they can only hold you for 48 hours unless they find some Cthulhu snot on you. Then you're in there a little longer.
Oh, the Enigma men. Okay, I didn't know who they were. I didn't feel like talking to anybody, and I had things to do. I didn't want to be sitting in this cell.
I understand,
especially because I don't even know what you did, and I don't want to know what you did. So I'm not going to ask.
When we go on break, I'll show you my wanted poster of all the things I have done, including impersonate the clergy. Pretty fun.
Who hasn't done that?
Oh, don't say too much, or they'll come after you for that one too.
Well, they're already looking for me to talk to me about you. I don't know why. It's not like I know where you.
Anyway,
not like I know where you are. I mean, we're in our secret locations, bunkers and airships, whatnot.
What reality are we in? I don't remember.
I saw a lot of them. I saw a map somewhere. I don't know.
I know a guy.
So anyway, we're supposed to be talking steampunk stuff, but we always start off with a drink. I found a new beer today. I haven't tried it. I'm about to try it today. It's called Elysium, Dark of the Moon.
I've been wanting to try
pumpkin
that
stout.
Ooh.
This was the only one left on the shelf when I went looking. I'm assuming, so I bought it, and I'm about to try it right now. I like pumpkin. I like stouts. I'm crossing my fingers. This should be good.
I always find it's a crapshoot with pumpkin beers.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It's not terrible. It's,
oh no!
I will drink this. I will drink it, but it's not like wow, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say like it. I think I can taste a little bit of pumpkin spice in there. I can definitely taste the stout part, and that's good. I like the stout part.
Stout. Pumpkin.
Yeah, it's a dark beer for sure.
Okay, but it doesn't taste like mealy squash or something.
Correct. It doesn't. It's not overwhelming with pumpkin. Okay. Although I do like pumpkin. I like pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin soup.
I have an inner. I think we've talked about this before. I do have an inner white girl. I like pumpkin spice. She comes out like, "Oh my god, I gotta have the thing!" And then everyone's just like,
"What are you drinking? Are you drinking some kind of pumpkin spice thing now?"
No, I don't.
What are you drinking now? Is it pumpkin spice?
No, I got to finish this before I can get some new stuff. So I'm back to the Captain Morgan.
Oh, okay.
And
nothing wrong with Captain Morgan.
A random red bottle of beer that I found left over.
A red bottle of beer.
It's
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
I have nothing like exciting at the moment. I mean, this is exciting. I will be finishing this off in the near 5 minutes because it's only like just a little dingle. But that's what I got. I'm sorry. What do you have, Thax?
I got a local Real Ale's Real Heavy Scotch Ale.
Scotch Ale.
Scotch Ale.
Okay.
Hope you still my heart.
The label is not that interesting, but Real Ale is made just right here in Austin, just south of Ben White, East I-35.
I love pumpkin juice.
And they do a pretty good job, so figured I'd give this a shot.
That bodes well.
And there it goes.
Gotta pass it to the wife. Yeah. Very
whiskey beer. Yeah.
It's I think like Fabio said, it's not something I'm gonna do flips for, but it's very serviceable.
9.3%.
And very alcoholic.
Perfect.
And it's in a big bottle, so I'm gonna have a good time.
Because you got to finish it in the next 45 minutes to an hour, right?
There's nothing worse than being halfway through the show and running out of beer.
Yeah,
that's terrible. Yes, I hate that.
Or running.
I just read the bottle here, and apparently there's a little bit of cinnamon in this one too. That's what I was tasting.
Okay,
it doesn't taste like pumpkin spice. It's a little bit of cinnamon in there,
but no allspice.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. The allspice.
It says pumpkin spice with chocolate and cinnamon. So okay, it's a weird. I don't really taste the chocolate so much, but it's not too. It's smooth. It's a smooth beer.
I've never been I have yet to find a good chocolate beer that I was really satisfied with.
Young's? Is it Young's that we found?
No, but Young's does have a good chocolate stout. You're talking about Sam Smith's.
That's the one. Yes, that's a really good one.
That is dessert.
Yes. So once again, we're back to beer talk. I'm sorry.
I mean, we can talk about that one, but we're done now. We've gone through it all. We're ready to start.
Yeah.
I'm reading here some of the comments.
We'll be starting another podcast called
right,
Beer Talk.
You got 5 seconds. Harry Potter pumpkin juice, yes or no?
I've never had it. Don't know.
I'm willing to try anything once.
You read the books, right?
I'll try
at least
it,
know of the pumpkin juice. It's considered to be like a delicacy in the show. So apparently they serve it at
I've never read the books.
Universal? Yeah, Universal, I think, is the one that has their park. And apparently its butterbeer is actually pretty good too. And it's there's I think there is a non and an alcoholic versions of it.
Butterbeer is an actual drink of, I think it's pre-Victorian. But you can look up recipes online for butterbeer. Make it yourself.
Nice.
I have never done that, but maybe it's something we should look into.
That might be a thing.
Okay. So, Eric, where's this Hudson Valley Pirate Festival that you will be invading, and when is it?
Why hasn't it been canceled? Aren't you worried?
Right.
Pirates. The one in Houston wasn't. They just decided to do it, even against like all the regulations and everything. Like, this is the most pirate thing we've ever done. I'm like, really? Okay.
And then they spread the. Then they all got sick. I don't know.
But they got canceled the way a pirate thing should be canceled by, the authority. So,
of course,
it ended like the way they were expecting it to. So I'm like, all right, there you go, guys. That's great.
And then I guess they had a mission accomplished then, right?
Big banner on an aircraft carrier somewhere.
No pumpkin juice. Pumpkin needs to be pureed and mixed with egg, cream, and sugar and poured into a pie shell.
Well, yes, but then you cook it lightly and you can still drink it because it's custard.
I've had something. I don't remember where we went, but it was one of our excursions that Thax and I went on for a beer festival or wine festival or something like that. And we went to a restaurant and they had pumpkin soup.
Yes,
and it was good. It was really good.
Like, I think Campbell's has done us kind of a disservice in the future in this day and age, because we only know of the soups that you can well like this. We don't know of the festival soups. I didn't even know about cold soups until I started traveling a little bit. I'm like, what the hell is a cold soup? And then I had cucumber soup. I'm like, that sounds revolting. Except I couldn't stop. It was delicious, and it was cold, and you felt like cool, and it like cooled you down. It was perfect. It was like awesome. And then I'm like, well, what other cold soups are there? And there is a plethora of cold soups, and I have tried a lot of them, and they are like, I need to make a cookbook. Captain Jack's cookbook.
Yeah, do it.
On cruise ships, we've run across strawberry soup before, which is a little bit like melted strawberry ice cream.
Okay.
I think that's the best way possible.
Come on, like a creamy sorbet.
Yes, but not frozen. It was just cool.
Just nice. It's just lifting. Yeah, that's what I like about cold soups, is they just kind of like hit you in this weird spot that you didn't really quite realize you or understand that you had. Like, that's just delightful.
So welcome to Soup Talk.
But from beer to soup, we're very versed in our areas here. We're going all over the place.
Erica made me chicken tortilla soup tonight.
Oh, so that's what gazpacho soup is. Watermelon and mint.
Gazpacho?
Ooh, gazpacho.
It's gazpacho, yeah. Okay. I never knew what that was. I've heard the word. I've heard it referred to. In fact, the TV show the old British Red Dwarf TV show, that was a a thing.
The thing.
But I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was watermelon. I had no idea what it was. Now I do. Thanks, Lynn.
That's interesting. Oh man. So
Gertie's, New York athletic field. Okay, so it's gonna be spread out, I'm assuming, in a field. Okay,
that'd be fun.
Everybody's standing far
the
apart.
Pirate Festival.
Soup, the totally unexpected topic.
Yes, I wasn't expecting a soup topic either. But we can make it steampunk.
Like the Inquisition. Totally unexpected.
Nobody expects soup talk.
That needs to be a t-shirt. Favorite soup, 10 seconds or less. Go. Okay.
I don't. Egg drop soup. There you go. Ooh, I'm simple that way.
Yes, that's a good one too.
Mick brings up beer soup or chili.
Beer soup.
Which throws me back. Have you ever put pumpkin in your chili?
Oh,
I'm not.
I could see that being
chili.
I've actually had spicy pumpkin, like as you make it, like it would be considered a chili, I guess. I never thought of it that way. But yeah, spicy pumpkin. Pumpkin's like a great sweet potato thing.
We've put just like
I like it better than sweet potato.
The pureed out of the can, spoon some into our chili, and just as a thickener, and gives it more a protein base, makes it healthier, and you don't even notice that there's pumpkin in it up to a point.
Yeah, I guess if you're going, depending if you're already going with an overly sweet chili, it could be adding too much sweet. But if you're already going with a spicy one, it may actually soothe it just a little bit.
Right.
Huh. I never even thought about that. I'm going to add that to my list of things to try.
Don't put it in the whole can, though. Not the whole can.
No.
Not the whole can.
Unless you really like pumpkin and you want to taste pumpkin in your chili.
Pumpkin and meat.
Or if you have like a humongous pot of chili, you know.
Oh yeah.
The only way to make chili, by the 5-gallon barrel.
An Ethiopian side dish that is spicy pumpkin. Ooh, I'll have to look into that. There's a couple of Ethiopian restaurants in Austin. I wonder if they have that.
If they're still open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there's
a lot of places have just gone to pick up.
So I don't know. We got totally off the rails, which is fine.
No. I'm taking it by the horns now.
Yeah, we're all pumpkin.
Okay.
Let's see what else? This is spicy pumpkin talk.
I don't know if our
Steampunk Connection.
Having the same experience that Austin is. A lot of our restaurants are closing. A lot of our bars are closing. Like ones that have been open for longer than I've been alive.
Like,
years.
Isn't like Elysium in danger or has already closed?
I hadn't heard that. Other
I saw something about it.
On that strip have closed, but I haven't heard from Elysium or Beerland yet. But with all of these bars closing, and we're still in the middle of the pandemic, what are you going to do? You've got all this time on your hands, and so I'm going to bring you an introduction to.
He's got a plan. He's bridging.
Tiny garage bars.
Yes. So how is this legal? And can I start
have some friends over for a beer?
Limit 6 people.
Limited to 6 people. Make an appointment in advance.
Let me get
we're sharing
on my garage patio and just kind of filter the through.
Should I add that to the stream? Is that to the stream? There you go.
On the New York Post, it's a video, but it's about guys opening up their own bars in their garage. I'll let this guy explain it briefly.
My name is John Garbarino, and I am the owner of the Gar Bar, which is a garage bar at my home. Did you try this? There's not a lot of options in these towns in New Jersey. It sort of fills the void of having a real close, walkable local pub that you would have in New York City. Because it's spicy. I'm known for my Bloody Marys. There is no license required. I'm not selling anything here. People just kind of walk over.
See you later, Eric.
So you're just giving free beer to people?
Yeah. It's you're inviting the neighbors over to drink your beer, or mixed drinks or whatever. So it's not a business. So you don't need a license as long as you're not giving it to underage kids. But I thought,
oops, that's supposed to be removed.
That's awesome. I want my garage to be a bar. I don't know what I do with everything that's in there now, but the video goes on, and I'm not gonna show the whole video, but it's only 5 minutes.
Give us a link.
I'll post it later, and they're gonna show you like 5 different guys who've opened their own garage bars because they went to see this first guy and like, well, if you can do it, I can do it. And they go to each other's bars, they check each other out, and it's really cool.
So it's a different version of a man cave, except you're inviting people over to just hang out and drink. Sometimes strangers.
On the garage, it's fairly open air, or it's like you said, small groups of people and it's just we're going to micro communities again, essentially. And
like the local bar, the neighborhood bar.
I live in a cul-de-sac, so like the guy across from me is like a mechanic, and so he's been like repairing my lawnmower, and I've been helping him lift things because he's older. And the guy that lives right next to him runs a barbecue pit for like events, and so he actually comes out and cooks, and he sells his barbecue on the street. And so the whole neighborhood comes. And then like they also do mixed drinks and everything, and so they're just handing out beer and whatnot every now and then because they like to party. And then I have a guy next to me who, they're plumbers, and I got an electrician, and so we're kind of all working together for things. And we'll just
I don't know my neighbors. I don't even know my neighbors' names.
It's great.
You know what?
I don't even think I know them by sight.
Would you open your shed and crack a crack some beers, suddenly you get a lot of friends.
Yes.
You suddenly know all of your neighbors.
I don't have a garage to open though. So
You have a shed, right?
it's in the backyard. They wouldn't be able to see me if I was in there with my
Sign up front. Open shed backyard.
Right.
Well,
Cats.
that way you're catering just to the alley behind where all your neighbors
There you
kind
go.
of are.
The exclusive place. You have to
pretty
know
cool.
about it to know how to get there.
So one of the advantages you can do to your garage is turn it into a bar. You can make it a steampunk bar. There you go.
Yep.
You're set.
There you go. You're reading what I'm putting down here.
Jack's laundry.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Oh man.
And if you go to Pinterest, you can find like directions on how to start building your tiny bar.
Wow. Okay. I don't think it would be too difficult. I mean,
Well, he wants to build like an actual like bar and like how to start.
yeah,
everything.
a bar top.
Like,
Yeah.
if you know how to do woodworking, it's not a big deal. But someone like me
Right.
who's like, I know how to measure 3 times before I cut. How do I deal with it afterwards? That's the thing.
I've collected 10 pallets of wood. What do I do with those? Or whatever.
Hey, Nicole.
Look at this. This guy made it out of like some barrels. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sharing it. Sorry, my bad. There
Hey,
it is.
this is
Wow,
my
yeah, that's cool.
share.
That takes like a good table cutter right there.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. I don't know if Eric's still I don't know if you're still with us. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, good night, Eric.
Come back again.
Ah,
Oh, sorry.
okay.
Okay, so
Fell in.
this is all cool, right? And you're into it.
Yeah.
Now,
Holy crap, yeah.
This article is out of like New Jersey or something, but there's somebody right here in town who's done the same thing and taken it to the next level.
Next level? What's the next level?
Well, they're obviously doing like the
I'm
Minotaur.
going to read some notes from her. Her name is Dana Burrell Knight.
Oh, I saw this. Yes. Okay.
She listed herself as a potion master and coffee educator as her real job. So let me just read this. With COVID going nowhere anytime soon, it's time to develop new ways of radical adult play. Not like that. For as long as I can remember, I've been obsessed with Japanese tiny bars, immersive spaces, fantasy shit, and secret places for those in the know. So I'm super proud and excited to introduce you all to the Tiny Minotaur. Look at that. That's awesome.
I heard this. I saw this. Yes.
Accessible by a
You can,
tiny back alley in downtown Austin, this small open-air fantasy tavern is a donation-based immersive art installation, a grimy dive bar, and performance space. It's a post-COVID
Nice.
concept as it seats only 4 people max and encourages visualization by pods, which is your family that you're already hanging out with.
Whale pods. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean that's what they call it now, right? The people that are willing to share this air with. 2-hour slots, reservations only, safer, cheaper, and way more entertaining than the average amount you would spend going to a bar, except at the Tiny Minotaur. You drink out of an antique pewter tankard and exchange velveteen satchels of gold coins. Oh yeah, and there's a potentially annoying retired she-orc mercenary tending the bar who stopped clearing you long enough to send you and your party on quests throughout the neighborhood. Yes, there are neighborhood maps and an occasional ratchet NPC coming through to wreck up you. Quests are optional. You can always book a session and just come and chill and drink swill, wine, potions, eat pickles, and listen to dungeon synth and summoning albums on repeat. And yes, fantasy medieval costumes are probably free.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And frankly,
check this
I
out.
don't see any reason why we couldn't come to this in Victorian flair.
I wonder how much it is, because if it's in town, we could do a recording there.
Donation based.
She listed on her website, tinyminotaur.com. Oh, I forgot. I think it's $45 a person. Yeah. as is suggested, which is it's a little steep.
Yeah,
but for the experience you're getting,
if you're doing the whole thing, for sure. If you're doing like all the quests and whatnot, and you're really going to do that, yeah, I could see that being a thing for sure.
And just from her posting, she's already booked through the end of the year, which is funny for us. That's awesome. They're
it is awesome.
Here, willing to throw down some cash to do this awesome thing. And the point being is, we could do that. I mean, not we. We're busy, but you listeners or us or whoever could do that too in their garage. You know, you could create it in any fashion that you wanted. A medieval style tavern, Victorian, or
Disney
20s
Disney
Mandalorian
speakeasy, or some sort of Star Trek related, 10 forward sort of style,
or
do anything.
Mad Scientist Lab.
Yeah.
Give us
whatever,
some
whatever thrills you. Okay, I'm gonna.
That sounds like an awesome thing. Oh, okay, are we done with that one? All right, cool.
This has been my reports.
That is
I really wanted.
I think you need to turn your garage into a steampunk bar.
I will help.
The hardest part is
I'm pretty good with hammer and.
Yeah. They're looking at mine going, I got so much crap to move.
Yeah, I found my shed is full of junk. Which is why I did not buy. I bought a house without a garage because I knew it would get full of junk. And I have a shed in the back, and sure enough, it's got full of junk. So luckily, it's not as big as a garage. So I don't have as much junk as I would have had.
The problem is, where are you going to go with it?
Yeah,
it's in the shed because I didn't
just want to throw it. Right.
Let's rent a building.
They do sell these. The Home Depot, you can get these like portable fold-out dumpsters that you can just throw everything in and call them up, and they'll come and pick it up and haul it away.
But I have good stuff. Which they don't want to throw it away.
Oh,
it's great stuff.
Okay, that makes it more difficult then. My shed is full of junk I need to throw away.
Flavia knows I'm a hoarder by nature that I struggle with.
I understand.
Oh man. So that was your homework because that's your contribution for today.
That was my contribution.
Okay, that's cool. No problem. I have two choices. I give you guys. I've read a couple of novels or I watched a movie. Which one do you want to hear about?
Give us.
It wasn't. I can do all three really quick.
No, okay, go. You know what? Well, you can go.
Tell me about the novel.
I'll be last. Mine's chintzy and cheesy.
Tell me about the
novel.
novel.
Was that Thax?
Yeah,
tell me about the novel. Okay, I read the first novel I read is this one. Karina Cooper, called Tarnish, the St. Croix Chronicles. It was I left it in my car over the summer, so the glue kind of disintegrated and it fell apart. And so I guess the binding wasn't that good. But
it was 105.
Okay.
Yeah, Texas summer.
Yeah, I know. The glue melted and my book fell apart. All right, I'll read this real quick. A choking fog blankets Victorian London, and in a stroke of discriminatory genius, society has raised London to the sky. Basically, they raised it up above the fog and the fog. Okay. My name is Sherry St. Croix. Society would claim that I am a well-heeled miss with an unfortunate familiar reputation. They have no idea of the truth of it. In my secret world, I hunt down vagrants, thieves, and now a murderer. For a monster stalks London streets, leaving a trail of mystery and murder below the fog. Eager for coin to fuel my infatuations, I must decide where my attentions will turn, to my daylight world, where my scientific mind sets me apart from respectable society, or to the compelling domain of London below, which has a man who has claimed my time as his, for good or for ill. Though as the corpses pile up and the treacherous waters of society gossip churn, I am learning that each also has its dangers. One choice will see me cast from polite company, the other might just see me dead. It's an adventure, basically a mystery adventure. She's a young lady who likes to do bounty hunting at night. Essentially, they're bounty hunters.
What a hobby.
Are there police that pay her a bounty when she drags these vagrants in?
Well, they're more like,
or you just collect
they're
them.
not official bounty. Basically, let's say they're what they call the Midnight Carnival, basically, or any other betty. There's an unofficial postings of people who are wanted for whatever reason, like they owe money or whatnot, and she brings them in. She doesn't accept kill jobs. The book was well written, but it was rather actually kind of predictable so I read a lot of books, so it was actually kind of predictable what was going to happen next for me. I don't know if this is just like the first in a series of books. I don't know if I'm going to read the rest of them. There was a little bit of romance in here, not a lot. There was one really sexy sex scene. There was a murder. Yeah.
When I get sex, I like it to be sexy.
It was. I mean, the murders were kind of reminiscent of Jack the Ripper, but it wasn't exactly Jack the Ripper, but it was something like that.
Like
somebody
Jack
similar.
The Ripper.
No. But yeah, it was a good book.
I think we did.
But like I said, I don't think I was the target audience for it. I think it's like I said, it was a straight up adventure mystery. She has to find a killer before the killer finds her, kind of thing. There was a couple twists and turns but didn't really surprise me.
Another twist and a turn in there some.
But it's sexy, steamy. It says here on the cover, sexy steampunk intrigue. I did not want to put it down by a lady named Katie Cross. The lady also writes a few other books. One called Blood. I don't know if they're steampunk, but she has another series of books: Blood of the Wicked, Lure of the Wicked, All Things Wicked. So
sounds like more of that sexy sex.
Yeah, I think those might be a little more so. But like I said, it wasn't terrible. I read it, and I like I said, it was a little bit predictable for me. However, I'm in this one. This is the book I'm reading now, called Six Gun Tarot. This one I like. I like tarot. Whatever.
Tarot.
Okay. Tarot. I'm sorry. Tarot. I like this one.
Tourette's too. Yes.
Tourette's. Yeah. I'm only halfway through this book, but it's really good. I'll read it real quick. It says, it's a steampunk romp through a mystic west drenched in blood and magic. Any book containing pirates, Armageddon, fallen angels, talking coyotes, and two entirely different ancient cults is clearly not your average Western.
It's already tweaked my attention.
Right. Yeah. What I like about it, it doesn't, because a lot of the books I read, like they try to throw in names, like historical names that they'll throw in, Tesla or, especially in the West, they'll throw in like the, Billy the Kid, or they'll throw somebody in that, this is all original characters. There's nobody in here you're going to know. It's a completely fiction. and it's good. It's also, I'll read the rest of it. Nevada, 1869. Beyond the pitless 40-mile desert lies Golgotha, a cattle town that hides more than its share of its unnatural secrets. The sheriff bears the mark of the noose around his neck. Some say he is a dead man whose time has not yet come. His half-human deputy is kin to coyotes. The mayor guards a hoard of mystical treasures. A banker's wife belongs to a secret order of pirates and assassins. And a shady saloon owner whose fingers are in everyone's business may know more about the town's true origins than he's letting on. A heaven for the blessed and the damned, Golgotha has known many strange events, but nothing like a primordial darkness stirring in the abandoned silver mine overlooking the town. Bleeding midnight, an ancient evil is spilling into the world, and unless the sheriff and his posse can saddle up in time, Golgotha will have seen its last dawn, and so will all of creation. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's well written. I'm really enjoying it. The characters are fun, and there's a mystery going on, and there's surprises. There's stuff I didn't expect some stuff that happened in here. It's like, and like I said, I read a lot. Stuff is predictable. This thing is not as predictable for me, so I'm really enjoying it. And like I said, I'm only halfway through, so I don't know how it ends.
So you get to tell us next time.
Yeah, it might be a few weeks. I'm a slow reader.
Well, they write books slow enough for you.
But once again, there's a Six Gun by R.S. Belcher is the author.
That sounds familiar.
And he also the next book in the series is called, I think it's called I don't know, it's a Shotgun something. I haven't found it yet, but it's real. I'm really enjoying this book. So
groovy.
That's my homework. That's my contribution for Steampunk. Something new to introduce everybody. So if you like novels, I recommend this one a lot. The Six Gun, Tarot.
Yes.
Tarot. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that damn word.
It appears to be part of a 3-book series.
Yes, the other one's a Shotgun.
Six Gun Tarot, Shotgun Arcana, and then the Queen of Swords. Ooh, Queen of Swords. This sounds cool. This really does. You sold me.
It's a really good book. Awesome.
Now I guess it's my turn.
The kid on the cover. The kid on the cover, you can see he's looking through some kind of eye. That's part of the mystery. With that eye, apparently he sees and talks to dead people with that eye. So that's one of the things. Yeah, he's just figuring out.
Groovy. I'm the more you talk about this, the more I'm already enthralled. I'm just like, all right, why don't I get this book now? Why don't I own this?
You need to get this book now. It's out of many Steam. I read a lot of books, and this is one I'm really enjoying. This one. So yeah, okay, your turn. What did you do for your homework?
So, mine's not nearly as cool as any of y'all's. I mean, yeah, I think it's fun because more people are going to get into Steampunk.
That's all that matters.
And the prices are ridiculous, but I guess it's what it is. So let's see here. How do I share screen stuff? Blind myself first here. Share the screen.
Now you have to click on the picture of the screen in the screen. There you go. Ooh.
Spirit Halloween has a very large steampunk costume set this year, which is kind of odd because usually there was like the one steampunk for girl and one steampunk for guy, where you could be this generic, here's a shirt, here's a hat, here's a pair of pants.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah,
plastic.
Yeah, this, I mean, I think still some of it's very plasticky, but come on, quick view, pull it up. Oh,
okay.
Website. I mean, it's still obviously going to be Spirit Halloween, but the fact is they actually do have more than they did before. And so now I guess you could get into it more now. I don't know how to think about this. Like, is Steampunk at that point?
Go ahead.
Is Steampunk hit this point where it's more popular or mainstream, or is it now becoming kind of old, but they know they can make money off of it? I don't know.
That's a tough line. Yeah. One thing this could also give you some general good ideas of how steampunk looks. If you don't know what to dress like, this, you don't necessarily have to buy these, but it'll give you an idea of the direction to go if you want to start building your own outfits. You know what I mean?
A little inspiration. Yeah.
I mean, one thing it does tell me is that steampunk is now big enough as a group thing that people should be able to know what it is when you mention steampunk, because there is now costumes at the Halloween store.
Yeah, you don't have to explain what the word means anymore.
Yes. So it's big enough where that's a thing. And I'm happy about that. I'm also kind of unhappy about it because people are going to be like, well, what's this from still? Like, well,
what's that cane? Sorry.
I'm assuming
what's that cane look like?
There's a Raven skull staff.
Oh, it's a skull. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's like sort of. It's obviously Raven head. I think there's a skull, but then they mounted like a piece of copper plating with goggles over it to kind of give it a.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. There we are. Let's zoom in a little. Oh, maybe too much.
That's not bad. That's okay. All right.
I'm just sitting here thinking about it more as just. Yes, I'm showing you Spirit Halloween store, and I would like to hear what everyone else is. Yeah, all dressed up and nowhere to go. Exactly. But still, what do you guys think of the fact that it's becoming mainstream enough that there's actually multiple costumes now at the Spirit Halloween store? How does that make you feel right here?
Confused, actually.
I've always felt going into the Spirit Halloween store that my expectations are way too high for the cheap costume level stuff they have, and the price like out the wazoo. But you're right. It is nice to see that there are right now options. People, I mean, they're gambling that people want to dress like this, that people want to be more of a Victorian science fiction style, and that's not bad at all. A lot of those things I've seen in China. You can order them from AliExpress, but at this point, I don't know if you'll get them in time. You won't be able to get time to dress up and sit in your living room and watch movies by yourself.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little. What is that? Just to put on your boots, or is that an actual boot?
Actual boot. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know would fit. Men's sizes.
Yeah.
Really? That they don't have.
Select size right there.
I like the way it looks. I might actually wear those.
8 to 9, 10 to 11, and 12 to 13. All right, so they may have a size that fits us.
I think I've seen that boot or one like it. They're not clothing quality. There's something that you wear once, and it should hold together at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's Spirit Halloween for you. They don't buy quality.
Now that you've seen these, you go to your local thrift shop, and look at their boots and figure out what you can do to modify them. I was just in my local Goodwill. What was that? Yesterday, and they have their costumes out. They have a lot of hats with goggles on them. Yep. They have one particular hat that's got like all kinds. It had a real vacuum tube glued onto the top, and wires and cables and stuff. They were asking $30 for it, but it was covered in gewgaws and things. I was pretty impressed. A guy next to me picked it up. What the hell is this? I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know.
Steampunk, you know about that now. It's at Spirit Halloween store.
Did it look like somebody made it, or did it come that way? You know, like somebody like you made it and just gave it away to the Goodwill or something, or
they had like 3 or 4 of them. They exactly the same.
Oh, okay, so it's mass produced then. Okay,
but it's not like it was like a molded, injection molded thing with some paint slapped on it. It clearly had those items glued on and put together, apparently in some production line in China. But it was a lot better than I expected for a mass produced selling at Goodwill kind of thing.
That is interesting. I like that.
And like I said, they also had your cheap costume hats with goggles on them, and other lace and cabochons and stuff that were very affordable.
Yeah, actually, sadly enough, I've actually seen some steampunk hats and stuff like that at gas stations throughout my travels, which kind of shocked me.
Yeah, it's like people want welding goggles on their hats now. What's up with this?
Yeah,
the kids like the welding. It's very popular.
Yes. A lot of dapper welders out there.
That's right. That kind of surprised me. They just had like an end cap at a gas station, and it has some steampunk stuff on it, and some hats and a cane or two or something, just stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is a weird place to find this. And it wasn't like a big like Buc-ee's or anything like that. It was just a small gas station out in the middle, out there.
Most likely, like someone's aunt was like, "Hey, I saw this. They seem to be selling places. Let's just set it out and see what happens." Okay, and
yeah, probably.
sometimes that stuff sells and sometimes it doesn't. I still find myself interesting that I have yet to actually own a steampunk mask, and now I'm in the time where I could be wearing a mask if I made it the way I wanted to 5 years ago.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was trying to make a mask for my aviation outfit, but it didn't work. the one I tried, it would have been could be better now.
Buying out, because I'm looking at most of this and all their stock are like 735, so they're being bought or they didn't make that many, which
let's just say they're being bought, although I don't know where anyone's going to go dressed up at this particular time. But
so people wish to go places. That is the key we have right here. People are hoping we can go do things or going to find a way.
I want to go places.
I know, right? Me too.
Me too.
But maybe we need to find a micro terrarium bar somewhere, and get
on that, Thax. I'll help you build it.
But I think that's what's going to happen is we're going to have micro groups going out and doing things. Well, actually, here in Texas, they're opening bars at 75% now.
But not bars.
I thought they closed them. I thought they closed them back down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's got to be the thing.
Restaurants, movie theaters, that sort of thing can open at 75% capacity, but not bars. Bars are right out.
It has to be a restaurant with a bar in it.
Yeah, and they also have to sell 51% food versus drinks right now too. Still.
So like Applebee's. That has a bar in it, right?
There's a dance hall in Copeland that's open too, and they're like
big
bar thing, and then they have like food. So I know that's a big deal. They're very happy with 75% people because you can stick 700 people in there on a normal day. Just like
you have to ask yourself, do you really want to patronize?
I know.
Places yet? Do you feel
I don't want to know if I want to patronize them either about it. I mean, I'm kind of right there with that. on the bar of how far can I push this? Anywho,
you were telling me about that place, the Copeland? Yeah, Copeland, right?
Yeah, it's not too far from Austin.
And no, I know. I went there looking for you or last couple weekends ago because I thought that's where we were going to meet.
Yep.
Yes, I've started taking dance lessons, folks. Swing to be exact. So ladies, I'm single.
Hey, and he can get you in for really cheap because couples we have benefits on that one. So swing.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It's by
dancing swing.
His Jack's significant other or better is the teacher, and she's a good teacher. Are we done with the sharing of the screen?
I am done sharing with the screen. I have showed you my chintzy bit, but it kind of hit me on a weird I wanted to show this, but there's more to it than just, hey, look, we can buy crappy steampunk stuff or things that might begin with our costume before we go and get the stuff we really fit with our characters. I mean, we all started going and picking up stuff wherever we could, and these have got some good ideas. I mean, the fact that, yes, if you bought something and it wore out on this, but you wanted to make a better one, you already have one to take apart for the pattern, and therefore it's even more steampunk.
Yeah, exactly, because steampunks like to build their own stuff.
I like the designs, and I could see taking patterns from them, but that would be the most expensive pattern you ever bought. $30, $40, $60.
Patterns things either that you want. That's what gets me is like I've gone through, and there's some steampunk patterns showing up in all the pattern books at your local sewing machine place, but most of it's like 1960s, 1970s flaring pants and vests for women that no one can wear now because they're completely out of. Well, I mean, you can wear them, but they're like completely out of vogue. And there's some stuff that's in vogue, but it's nothing that really fits. Yeah, you can get Western wear. Yeah, there's Western wear. How to get the Western wear vest? Like, that's not the vest I want. I want a very. So, I mean, custom clothing is still hard to find. I have a jacket that the moment I wear wear it out, I'm taking it apart and seeing if I can Frankenstein me a jacket together from it. And make it my con vest. And so there are things to do.
Well, you have time to do it apparently, because who knows when this cons are going to start up again.
Yeah, I got plenty of time in that way.
Yeah, in that way. Yeah.
Maybe
I miss cons, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I mean, we briefly mentioned, or we briefly started talking about that Copeland saloon. Saloon, is that the right word? Or dance hall? Dance hall. The dance hall and saloon. It would be a great venue to have some kind of event there. And I'm not from the outside. I looked on. I drove by. I looked on the outside. I peeked in the window. You showed me some pictures. It would be a great venue for something to do there.
And it wouldn't be hard to social distance. That is the other thing about it. It is a dance hall meant for 750 people on a normal day pre-COVID. So you can easily get 200 in and still adhere to the 6 feet rule.
Yeah, we don't have that many steampunks.
But if you have anyone doing something in the Austin area for a ticket price that would allow us to get in there and do something around the $30 and for an entire evening, maybe 40 or 50 if it included drink and food meal tickets. I just need 250 people to say yes, and I can already get bands, I can get entertainment, I can get vendors to show up, and I can pay them.
Yeah, I think we need to start hyping this and try to build us some interest. Whether or not, not anytime soon because of COVID, or maybe,
hell,
I don't know.
Depending on how things go this winter, I'm considering trying to do it. If January or February, even if there's any type of interest. If it's safe,
next year. Safe, if it's safe.
This is not a money making adventure, right? It's literally just because I want to go to a convention, and I know I have a spot. And I know I have people who will show up, and I have entertainers that are like, we will do it. It's just we all have to pony up a little bit for entertainment.
I agree. I'm all for it. Let's do this. I mean, depending on how it is next year, January, February, if we even have to wait later, hey, my birthday's in May, we can throw we can call it my birthday party. I don't know.
Drink.
So what I've learned is getting commitments. Solid commitments from 250 people.
That would be the hard part. That's the really hard part. Yes,
impossible. I hate to use that word, but oh my God, it's impossible.
We don't have that many. We don't have that many steampunks, and everyone's
waiting too long, and the summer heat shows up. Kiss it goodbye. The heat will keep people from going out of their houses. I made that mistake. 2018, I think it was. Ooh.
Yeah, I agree. It's not an easy proposition, but it's something to think about and something to maybe hope for and strive for. I think
there might be
gotta get some hope.
Cool, where it's cooler, and I want to make it so that people can go outside when they don't want to be in the dance hall doing whatever's in the dance hall. We can either do movies because there's a massive screen in it. We can be doing live music. We can get local bands or some bands out of Dallas or some other steampunk bands that may be doing it. They may even do it for cheaper because they don't have a whole lot of things going on right now. So we may even get bigger names than we were expecting. We have an open invitation to use Frenchie and the Punk. And so we haven't talked to them in 2 years. So we may be able to, I have to talk to them. This is not anywhere near, I haven't even broached that question with anybody. So don't go around saying that's happening.
Frenchie and the Punk was a guest on this podcast early on, within the first few that we started. They were early guests. We had them on our podcast. So
Steampunk November. Yeah.
Yep, at Steampunk November.
Yep.
They were great guests. They were fun.
We've actually considered crowdfunding, and that is something I would be looking at doing. You would pay early. We would get a whole bunch of tickets that way. We'd get the money up front, but then we'd be able to figure out what dates that would be good. But the problem is with crowdfunding that way, people who wouldn't be able to make the dates that we planned would be angry. So we have to watch out how we do the crowdfunding thing. But that is something I would like to do, because who has a couple grand sitting in their back pocket right now just to do this kind of thing to get repaid back later?
Right. That's rough.
All right,
Thax. There's a way that we can do this. I know you're rich, Thax. You're. I remember you had a lot of money or something at one point.
Have you been following the stock market? I'm all right, Stomar.
No, I know what you mean.
Oh no, that's right. Damn it. Oh well.
I lost it on the boat.
Apple split.
Oh yeah, real quick here. I'm gonna one quick bonus here. I'm going to let's see, where is the share screen?
Oh.
The movie that I watched.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna share the audio. Where is it?
So once you hit share, you have to click that. There you go.
Yeah. Do you see that? Okay, Radioactive.
Oh yeah.
It's the story of Madame Curie. I don't know how steampunk it was, but it was definitely of the period. She was punk enough that she's like the first lady to win the Nobel Prize.
I mean,
she discovered radioactivity. You know, she was brilliant. I mean, she's a brilliant lady. And you know, her daughter even carried on and discovered more stuff after her.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, you know, they discovered, I mean, that it was dangerous. I mean, see that little jar she has in her hand? That's her radioactive isotope that she carried around with her, slept with it in her bed. You know, it's no wonder her husband died of poison, you know, radioactivity poisoning, and she did too eventually. But you know, it was funny when it was getting popular. They were. I'm stopping sharing now. They were making stuff like cigarettes with the isotope radium. They call it radium. You know, cigarettes with radium in it, creams with radium in them, because they thought it was a new cure-all and all this kind of. It was a new hot thing, and yeah, then they discovered people started getting sick. So
feel a little dizzy.
That's so Victorian.
Yeah,
it's very Victorian in that respect. You know, they just started making things with it in there. It's like it's a new thing. You know, hey, it's great.
Mercury to give you that wonderfully almost dead look.
Yeah, exactly. But and she was also responsible for saving a lot of people in World War I by making the portable X-ray machines in ambulances to help people so they won't get their legs sawed off for no reason, kind of thing. And she offered to pay for it because you know she went to the people, you know, like the War Department or whatever, and it's like give me ambulances with the X-ray machines, and they're saying no, it's not worth it. It's not worth the price of the cost. And she goes, here. She handed over her Nobel Prize medals that were just made of pure gold. It's like, I'll pay for the damn things. You know, it's like, and you know, and she got it done. You know. So I mean, I don't know how steampunk it was, but you know, like I said, it was the right time period. You know, she bucked authority in her own way, so which is two out of three. So that's that's close enough, right?
No, I think it is for sure.
So I mean, I'll call it steampunk. It wasn't an exciting movie. It wasn't fast paced, but it was basically the story of her life in chunks. You know, it wasn't like every little minute, but it hit the high points, and I liked it. It was educational too in some respects. You know, so that I recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime, so you can watch it there. So that was another one of my homework I did for homework. I did 3 things this week, which I don't know what I'm gonna do next week then or next time. I'm gonna be hard pressed finding something.
Interesting. I love
Although possibly
you got to save up.
Yeah, I know. Well, possibly what I'm thinking now, because coming out tomorrow on Netflix is Enola Holmes.
Yeah,
that movie Enola Holmes. That's coming. That's going to be available tomorrow on Netflix. So I'm going to propose that we watch it, and we'll discuss that. So we have 2 weeks to do that.
I concur.
Send me a link.
To Netflix?
Enola Holmes. You don't have Netflix?
No, I do. I just don't know that. Like, I have to find it.
It's supposed to be available tomorrow, so we'll find. You know, it should hopefully be available or easy to find.
This is new on Netflix. You should watch it.
Oh, it might pop up. That's true.
So it's alone backwards.
Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't realize that. That's funny.
I only know that because he said it in the preview.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah. So yeah, everybody. I mean, hopefully people know who Enola Holmes is. It's basically Sherlock Holmes' sister, and she's supposed to be as brilliant as he is.
Is that a real character? That is that an established?
I've heard of her before. I've heard he's had a sister before. I don't remember if it's always been the same name, but in other Sherlock adventures, I've like the BBC Sherlock Holmes, the newer one. He had a sister. They never showed her, but they mentioned a sister. So I don't know what her name was in that show, but there's always been mention of a sister and definitely an older
brother. His what's the right word for it? I can say it. It's friendly. His douche canoe of a brother.
Minecraft?
Yes.
Yeah, Minecraft. I want a movie like just on him. It's gonna be like the weirdest premise, most boring thing ever, except for like every time he comes into it, he's just like wrecks whatever he has going on, ruins his plans. It's gonna be that fantastic moment of like the younger brother just like screwing up everything. Like
I thought Mycroft was his older brother actually, but okay.
Yeah, that's the reason that like a younger brother coming back into his life.
Sherlock Holmes. Okay.
Yeah. And
I get it. There actually is a comic book series about Mycroft Holmes, so I can mention that one later if you want.
I'll have to find that. That sounds fantastic. I just love this idea. This he's sitting there just being all British, and then all of a sudden his brother comes bursting in. I need your help.
No, I don't want the help.
It's like, no, get that off my rug. You're messing up the carpet. I work for the government. I wouldn't be able to do that.
It's like, shut up, Holmes. I'm smarter than you.
Why don't we just call in the government? No.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, wow, look at the time. We are reaching our ending point. We should be wrapping things up now. And we all went silent. That's great for podcast.
Sorry,
a moment of silence for no particular reason.
So this is not for any particular reason, but I think it's just important, even as a steampunker, and just being in steampunk, it would be very important for every character who ever was lived anywhere to pay attention to what's going on in their world. And in my reality, I'm going to put it this way: the current postal service of this government sent me a thing to tell me to plan ahead. Yeah, I didn't realize that they could do that. And so I thought this was kind of cool that apparently I need to pay attention. So
what are you planning ahead for?
I mean, if the postal service set this thing up to vote, so.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I thought you were going to show us your wanted poster.
I can do that. It's in the other room. You know what? That will be one of the things I'll do next time. I'm going to hang it over here. Anyway,
okay. All righty.
Show how cool I am.
I'm not sure I should know how much you're worth because I could have just talked to those guys and told them and got the reward. They said
I think you'll be surprised. So what was happening? I'll keep the story for next time. There's actually a story of why.
Okay.
All right,
guys.
Wow. Okay, so I guess we should be about wrapping it up. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and talking with us on the side here. Apparently we had somebody from New York talking to us earlier, which is awesome. A guy from New York is interested in Texas. That's awesome. From Albany, New York, named Eric. That's pretty cool.
Had a customer.
He wants to invade Texas sometime.
Well, tell him he can come and we'll do it with him. We'll just invade minibars.
Right. Yes, tell us where you are and we'll find you, or not.
We'll find you.
So
we'll drink together because that's what we do in this day.
Once again, thank you, Lynn, thank you, Rita. There's two other people online here with us. Eric, no, he's the one. He was the guy. Mick.
Nicole is with us. Or
Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Yes, she said hello. I don't know if she's still with us. Now we have 5 people with us. Awesome. Say hello. Say good night. Whoever's on right now, because we're about to sign off. I don't know who just joined us.
But you can email us. You can catch us on Facebook. Are we on YouTube? Do we stream on YouTube?
YouTube in a couple.
We are
places.
on YouTube. We in 2 places. That's Texas Steampunk Connection and Steam Chest. We go to YouTube. It'll be on at least a few days before I put it on YouTube on my end.
Yes,
and I will drop it on. I will drop it on the actual on the audio podcast in a few days as well. So if you're not watching us live, you can actually watch this. This is being recorded on Steam on Facebook, so you can watch us here again. It won't be live, but you can watch and look at our faces. Hey, how about that?
If not better, when I put it on YouTube, I usually add some music to it, but that's about it. So
yeah. I'm lazy. I don't do that. So you might want to watch on his part if you want to watch his feed.
Good night, Mick.
Good night, Mick. Once again, Texas Steampunk Connection at gmail.com if you want to email us for any large comments, any smaller comments, whatever. Facebook on this right here on this feed, Facebook. I actually have a Twitter, Texas Steampunk. I don't understand Twitter, so if you send something to me, I probably won't understand or get it. So let's just avoid Twitter altogether.
I have a TikTok account now.
What's that?
I have a TikTok account now.
A TikTok. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah,
I know Nicole started a TikTok, and she's actually really fun. She doesn't have a lot on there, but the few she has are really fun. Nice. So you might want to, if you can find her TikTok.
You're up, and we'll be besties.
She's the only reason. She's the reason I downloaded TikTok, because it was fun. what she was doing.
I did it because the government told me if I didn't, I can't get it anymore. So I'm like, okay.
That's down with the screw the government. Yes, but that's very steampunk. Arg. Anyway, so yeah, we're going on and on. We're not too over an hour, only a couple of minutes or so no big deal. Talk to us. If you think going to a dance hall in Copeland, Texas sounds like a great idea with vendors and music and food and dance and beer, if you think that's a great idea, let us know. Because we need to get people interested, because I want it would be great if we can make this happen.
And if you know of something that you would like to see mentioned on our show, please send us some information about it. We would love to talk about it. So if you guys have a business, if you guys have anything cool, if you made something really cool, we'll sit there and we'll badmouth you about it and tell you how bad it is.
We will not.
And tell you it's not steampunk.
Something that she made on our Facebook feed that was pretty cool.
Oh,
it was a hair piece. I'm really not sure how it fits in the hair, but it looked cool.
Anyway, I don't think it'll fit in my hair. I don't actually have hair, so
I mean, with enough glue and enough coordination, I can make it fit.
I don't know if glue would be more or less uncomfortable. If it was like super glue, maybe, because super glue sticks the skin really well. I know that much for sure from many past experiments. As long as or to be really punk, I can staple it on, but I don't think I want that.
No. Sit there with his hat for all the shots. Just so we.
We're here in 2 weeks. Tune in on Tuesdays. Every other Tuesday, it's a barrette.
Right. So not next week, but in 2 weeks from now.
Mostly for ladies.
Mostly.
Oh yes, and Greek God's Giggling is working on some new steampunk designs for himself and for Steam Chest. More on that later.
Who is Greek God's Giggling again?
They are the ones that are doing. I don't have it in front of me. Dang. So they're doing a lot of woodworking, burning, and doing symbols and whatnot for me, and they're wonderful. I'll preview their stuff here next time, and I'll show you, because now I'll have things to put this on and have it sitting over here.
Awesome.
All willy-nilly on my desktop. Knocking things
okay, so that's something to look forward to, as well as are you still doing your Steam Chest? Is Steam Chest up and running? Have you sent something out this month, or about to, or what's the status of that?
We are a little behind schedule, but we will be out.
Is there a sneak peek or you can give us what's in it? Tell us like a little teaser. You don't have to show us, just tell us. Is there a shirt? Is there music? What's in it?
There is shirts. There will be music in this box. We also have, like I said, some stuff from Greek God's Giggling coming, which is fantastic. Some more. We're actually on the series of coasters sets right now for your drinks and whatnot. And he's done some lovely images. He's wood burning in by hand with his group, or him.
Awesome.
And,
okay.
They are high quality. They will not break. And, well, I mean, if you step on them hard, I'm sure they will.
Challenge
But you're glad,
accepted.
and it's
High
wonderful.
quality, never break. It broke.
Never break. Yeah. Dead Sea Tupperware. And all
Okay,
that.
we have one person. One person's up for the Copeland.
We just
Texas.
259 more.
Yes.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you for making me feel better. I'm glad that people would be interested. And there is some, for those of you who are watching this later, hotels are nearby within 10 to 20 minutes tops. And there's a lot of hotels.
It's not that far out of Austin. It's really close. So
It's next to Elgin. It's next to a couple of the towns that are right there. There's a couple in Copeland, I think, to begin with. There's Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an 8-minute drive.
Maynard's not far. Yeah.
It's and there's the ghost town in Maynard would be a great stuff if we ever hear about what's going on with them again. So I mean, there's a lot of places.
We have done stuff in Maynard ghost town before, and hopefully we will again in the future.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Thax's deal. Well, actually, it's Lisa Lamar and Thax with that we're putting on the stuff at the Maynard ghost town.
Ooh,
we got two for Copeland.
Yes.
All right.
No, we just snowball it.
We gotta keep the snowball, keep the momentum going. Okay. Yes, we're moving on,
and we'll move from there.
Yeah. Yes. So once again, thank you very much. Until next time, mind your gauges.
Mind your gauges.
Good night, guys. Ending broadcast now.